Hi dear ones, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are. Welcome to Naomi Black's channel, and in this channel I do a diversity of videos. Today's recipe is gonna be a very easy, simple recipe. I hope you're doing fine with your family, and today I'll be sharing with you how to do a sugar-free, preservative-free and delicious, fresh, refreshing juice. How you can make your own juice, how you can make your own jam, how you can make a compote from home. And this is the juice I'm talking about. Really refreshing. Like I said, you can decide to add sugar to it, but today I was just doing a sugar-free recipe, and it just has the fruit sugar and nothing else. I just added some fresh lemon juice to it to give it some taste, but otherwise it's just pure fruit juice chilled with some ice cubes, and you love it. So guys, in this recipe, or in this video, there are 3 recipes, so it is a 3-in-1 video. Make sure you watch it from the beginning to the end so that you don't miss anything. Do you want to know how to make this delicious, natural, homemade, fresh juice? Then you're in the right place. I'm going to show you how to do this. You make your own juice with easily available materials and easily available ingredients. No machines, very simple. Then you're in the right place. I'm also going to show you how to make this delicious sugar-free juice. I'm going to show you how to make it just with the fruit sugar, and you love it. When it's cold with ice, that's the best. I'm also going to show you how to make your own jam. You are going to have your own jam, self-made, with no sugar, no sweetener. And this one is just fresh from our backyard garden. So these are all organic fruits, very healthy, delicious, sugar-free, no sweeteners, no preservatives. You love it. I'm also going to show you how to make a compote. If you want to know how to make a compote, then you're also in the right place. So make sure you watch this video to the end because it's very interesting. It is a 3-video-in-1. Guys, don't miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you'll sit back, relax, enjoy watching, and you'll have 3 recipes in 1 video. Please subscribe if you want more videos and share these recipes with your friends. Please like the video if you like it, and please don't forget to leave me a comment because that is really important for me to know how you like the video and if you have any suggestions. And for any private personal issue, then you can write me, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and you can write me there. Otherwise, be my guest and enjoy watching. So dear ones, you can see I now put my yellow plums that are really ripe inside the pot, and I'm just going to like simmer it with a very low temperature and I'll see if I need to add water or not, but I'll try to avoid to add water because I'm not going to add sugar to it. So that is actually the reason why I don't want to add water, but I just let it cook very, very slowly. So that is stage number 2. So I'm going to cover the pan, and like I said, I'm going to cook at a very low temperature. Just let it simmer for maybe 20 minutes or so, and I'll come to check again because I don't want to add water and I don't want to add sugar. There's gonna be a very healthy jam without sugar, unsweetened jam, just with the natural fruit sugar. Just look at how much fruit juice we have in there. Unbelievable. Guys, I never added water, I never added sugar, and you can see how much fruit juice we have inside there. So I just continue cooking it for another 15 minutes. I cooked it for 15 minutes, actually just at a very simmer temperature, and wow, I love it already. So after it has cooked for maybe around 20 minutes, I am going to take this, how do you call it? A smasher? I don't know. And just go like this down and try to smash everything, so that you remember I put them wholly that inside there without taking out the seeds because they were so ripe, and I didn't want to do that job of taking the seeds when they're too ripe because they'll be really, really slippery, and so I just prefer to do this way. And then I'll go to the next stage. So I just try to make sure I do it everywhere. So everything looks like is really, really nicely smashed. And then I'm going to go with you to the next stage, and the next stage is just sieving it. So this is making your own jam or making your own gel like, you could also just eat it like that to sweeten up your yogurt, to sweeten up your milk rice. You remember the milk rice recipe that I made? And this is just like really, really pure fruits with pure fruit juice with no sugar added, no added sugar, nothing, no sweeteners, everything just natural with the fruit sugar. So I'm going to sieve it. Just watch what I do. So I'll just put it through the sieve. Everything is just done manually. Today I'm doing everything manually for you to see how you can also just do everything without use of machines from home. So I just kind of try to wrap that, like you can see. By the way, you could also do this and just drink it as fresh made juice. Let's see how much juice we have inside there. Let's see. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. So maybe this fluid part of it can be juice. We can serve it and preserve it as juice. And this upper part, we're going to just leave it as a gel, like as I'd mentioned before, or jam. Maybe we'll add some sugar, but I really don't want to add sugar today. And that's gonna serve as something that you can smear on your bread or your scones, or just eat it like that. So just continue doing this and keep on adding until you have everything inside there, and then we see what comes out later. So just keep on rubbing like this, continue rubbing it like that through the sieve. So I think I don't have so much fluids left now, and let's see what we have. So I'm just going to kind of put this rest of fleshy fruit part of it in the other pan like that, where I'm going to keep draining that. And this is what we have, and like you can see, it's much more like a juice kind of. So we're just going to let this cool down, and this is very, very nutritious fruit juice, self-made from home. Let me try it. So I'm just going to add some lemon to it. That's my lemon, so I'm just going to squeeze it inside there to give it that kind of taste. And this will be ready to be served. Maybe when it's cold, it will taste much better. So I just leave it to cool down and put the cover on it, and we are going to drink it cold. So this is a very refreshing drink, very nutritious. And like I said before, no added sugar, no added sweetener, no any sprays or pesticide used. This is just fresh from my backyard garden. That was a good idea with the lemon. It gives it another kind of taste that is just yummy. So like I said before, I'm just going to cover it and let it cool, and then we can drink it cool, chill with ice cube. And I continue doing this other one, the fruity part of it, that is going to serve as jam for us. Wow, I know it's going to take long, but I just continue doing the same process until I have this kind of fruit all down the sieve. Not easy, but that's gonna happen. Oh, my hands are paining. Wow, I've just been doing this all the time. And let's see how much we have down there. Are you seeing that? This one is very much thicker. The consistency is very much thicker, and that is why I say this is going to be just a very perfect fruit meat or fruit, what do you say, how do you call it actually? And it could be eaten like that, just as a dessert. You could add it to your pudding, your yogurt, you could add it to even your milk rice, and you could also preserve it
to be jam for your bread, scones, etc, etc. So it's just a brilliant idea. Out of the amount of yellow plums I had, I made up homemade juice, natural 100% homemade juice, made with no machines, no sweetener. And this here is going to be the next one also. So I did two kind of videos in one, and I'm going to show you how to preserve your jam. So watch to the end and don't miss it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and clicking on the bell so that you don't miss any videos in the future. And otherwise, I thank you, each one of you, so much who've been supporting me. You are all amazing. So I'll continue doing this maybe for another 5 minutes to get everything all out of this sieve, through the sieve down here. That's how it's looking like. Are you seeing that? Yeah, are you seeing? So this is all homemade, manually done. Okay, now I've had enough and I'm going to leave it at that. So I just want to see how much I have here and what I'm going to do next. Look at that, it's kind of thick like I just mentioned before. So I'm going to do the same procedure. Just add my lemon, my fresh lemon, press it over there just to give it a taste. And then I'm going to cook it maybe for 1 minute just to make it a little bit hot enough, and then I fill it in my jam glass for preservation. Actually, I know we don't need to preserve it for a longer time because I didn't put any sugar for preservation. And in any case, it won't stay long or much longer than a week. And when I just put this one in a glass that is tight with vacuum and just leave it in the fridge, after it has cooled and opened, we can have it even for another maybe month, but I know very well it won't take that long. It tastes really good. Oh my god, just refreshing, and it smells really good. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn on my oven and my stove, and just let it cook. And when it's hot enough, because that is how you need to preserve it in the glass, for it to have that vacuum tight, then we're going to have it preserved. So I should be showing that. In the meantime, I'll be looking for my glass. Okay, dear ones, now this is actually our last stage. And by the way, you have to make sure you find a glass that is just recommended for preservation of items. You could preserve fruits, jam, or vegetables in a glass after cooking them, and that is why you have to make sure you have a glass that is just for that purpose, because you'll be putting very, very hot food stuffs inside there. So I have with me 2 glasses that I just have to rinse with hot water to make sure that the glass have the right temperature so that they don't have a shock, which is just logical. And now I am ready to add in my jam inside there. So I'll just add that like that, and make sure you make it full to the top. And I'll do the same with the other glass. when you're preserving anything, you have to make sure that the glass is really tight because of vacuum, and that way it's going to stay for a bit longer time. I made a mess, but it's okay. I'm going to clean that up. This little mess on the bottle of this glass so that I don't have it smeared. Oops. Okay, see, so that is how you're supposed to do it. Very easy, very simple. By the way, you guys, we never buy our own jam. We do it ourselves. We don't buy our jam, we do it ourselves. Freshly made from fruits, seasonal fruits from the market, or fresh from the plantation, or from our garden. And this is our fresh made jam with yellow plums, golden plums from the backyard. So it's ready like that. So that is actually the final stage, and your jam will have to stay like that, upside down, and just for the purpose of the glass closing tight with a vacuum inside it. And after it has cooled down, you can store it just for as long as you wish to have it. But I repeat again, for this one, because we didn't put any preservatives or any sugar, we're going just to use it as soon as possible. But even though it can stay as long as up to 1 month or a little bit more. So that's our fresh yellow plums jam, homemade. And guys, it's so simple. That's how you can do your jam from home, and you don't need to buy any jams from the shop with some preservatives. I'm not saying that loud, I said it quietly. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it thumbs up. I'll appreciate that. Like this video if you like it, and share it with your friends so that your friends can get to know about this easy, simple recipe. I just do always simple recipes that are easy to do with very simple steps. Guys, go through my videos, you'll see how delicious recipes and easy recipes I have. Very easy to follow. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Oh, leave me a comment, please. Don't forget to leave me a comment, because I love to hear from you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will appreciate that. Hi dear ones, you can see that I have a bowl full of very nice, fresh, sweet, juicy yellow plums that have turned out to be orange. And this recipe is going to be compote. Compote is simply a method of preserving fruit wholly, but you have to cook them before and preserve them in the glass. So I'm going to take my fruits, like you can see, and just going to use the same pot that I used before. And because it's just the same fruit, I'm going to cook them at a very low temperature. Again, I am using no sugar, no sweeteners, just natural fruit juice and fruit sugar, just because the fruits are very ripe and they're very sweet. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a cover on my pot, like you can see, and this time I'm going to cook it and just leave it like that And it's pretty easy. I have to switch on my stove. It's pretty easy because I just have later to preserve it in a big glass, and that is the way I'm going to have my yummy plums preserved, and I can use it for a further later date when I have no plums anymore from my trees. And you can do this to any kind of fruit, so just follow the stages. It's very simple. And guys, just give me a like, thumbs up if you like my ideas, my simple idea or tips that you can use at the kitchen to preserve or do your recipes. I think they're very ideal. So enjoy watching, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell so that you don't miss any videos in the future. You'll be the first one to know after clicking on the bell. So I'm going to cook it very slowly at a simmer temperature because I don't want it to burn. And after that, I'm just going to fill it in a glass without adding anything to it, and I'll be ready. So I'll show you how it looks like later. So dear ones, as you can see now, oh, it's steaming a little bit, but I just cooked it, I just simmered it, and that is why you can see the skin of the yellow plums just like this. They can come out easily because of the steam, and I'll go ahead, take them out like you can see me do that. And at this moment you can decide to add sugar if you want to, and because I'm just doing a sugar-free compote, then I'm not going to add sugar in there, but you can decide to add sugar if you wish to. And after that, I'll store it in a big glass that is recommended and safe for hot stuff, and preserve it for a few weeks for us. And I'll just remind you again, before you do that, you make sure you get a nice glass that is just for the purpose. And because we didn't put sugar or preservative sugar, then it's not gonna stay for a very long time. But even though before a longer time of weeks, I think we would have eaten the whole of it. So that is it for now. So you can see how the compote is looking like. I took away all the skin out of the yellow plums, and it is easy to do that after cooking. You could decide to do that, to leave that, but I prefer having them taken out, see, because it just leaves a funny kind of feeling in the mouth when eating. So, and now it's the right time to just fill in my glass. And again, I have a glass that I already warmed with warm water, just to make sure I maintain the temperature and the glass is not gonna have some kind of heat shock. And there you go. Let's just start by doing the juice carefully, and then I fish in the fruit inside there, and then later I'm going to do the rest of the juice. And I didn't put sugar. It's all sugar free, all just natural fruit sugar inside here. Very healthy, from our backyard garden. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you'll tune in next time. Please like the video if you like it, and let us meet in the next video. Please leave me a comment if you have something to suggest. Leave me a message or follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and you can write me there if there is something personal. So I have everything inside there, and this is just for a short kind of preservation time, because we're pretty much going to eat it by the end of the week. So thank you so much. Look at how it's looking like. Next time you know what to do with your fruits if you have excessive fruits during the seasonal time. So just put the top on it, and I'll be ready to preserve it just for a short time.
I am ready with my juice. It has now cooled down. I've got a jar with ice and my mugs with ice as well. So I'm just going to kind of fill it inside. And guys, this is the best way you can do your own juice from home. Homemade juice. So I just go ahead and pour it inside there. Look at that. Fresh, juicy, and with all the nutrients that you need from the fruit juice. So the rest I'm just going to put them here in my mugs, ready for drinking, and with cooled with ice cubes. This is gonna taste really, really fantastic. This is a little bit thicker. You can't believe how it's just looking like. So that is my cooled up juice. Really refreshing. For a very hot day like today, this is just perfect. Perfect. The Germans would say perfect. Das ist perfect. So that is where my accent comes in, because there's some words in German that are almost the same like in English, and so sometimes I mix them in my English. But by the way, cheers. Really, really tasty. So guys, thank you so much for taking your time. I am glad you're able to watch this video to the end. I'm so glad to have you as my guest, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and God bless you.